he doesn't understand. There's a curse upon me. I change into a wolf.
Listen to me, Frank. I saw my father become obsessed by his power. He died a horrible death.
There's no need for us all to storm after her. She'll come in if I ask her.
Why should we treat her so fancy? She's a Frankenstein.
May I go on with my story?
Yes, go on with the story.
The old miser was seated at his desk, counting his gold piece by piece.
He hit the jackpot. You hear the miser count his gold? I didn't hear anything. Did you hear it?
I heard nothing. It must have been an echo.
From Las Vegas.
The old miser was about to put his gold in his safe when he heard footsteps.
Here comes a guy on hinges. On hinges? What are you talking about? You hear that guy walking on hinges?
No.
You didn't hear him?
Certainly not.
Didn't you hear it?
No, I didn't hear a thing.
Something tells me I'm here all alone.
Now listen, the footsteps got closer. They were the footsteps of the monster. Soon, the monster crashed through the window.
Did you hear that, Abbott?
What?
You didn't hear the guy come through the window?
Oh, certainly not.
Did you hear it?
Nothing.
Oh, my.
The monster sneaked up behind the old man. He reached into his jacket and pulled out a long black knife and stabbed it into the miser's heart like this.
What's the matter? Abbott, Louis, he got me. Louis, he got me with the knife. Louis, what's wrong? He got me. Tell me, Louis, I'm your partner.
Don't hold me so close, I could get an Emmy.
Well, there. Louis. Louis, tell me, what's wrong? What happened?
He stabbed me in the chest.
Where?
Look at the blood.
That's your tie. Oh, come on, sit down here.
I don't believe in those echoes anyway.
You don't believe in them?
No.
This is an old building, Lou. That's all there is in here is echoes. Here, listen. Now listen to this. That's all over the building. That's all you're hearing.
Don't hold me, Louis, please. Don't hold me to this.
Look, Louis, please.
Did you hear that?
No.
I went like this, I heard a smack.
No, you did nothing of the kind. You're hearing things. Now, will you please mark down things around here?
Okay.
We've got to get out of here. We've got a show to do tonight.
I'm going to read this story about the miser.
I'm gonna look in this room over here.
Now, after murdering the miser, the monster was captured by the villagers, and they hung him in a big oak tree. Then they threw his body in a long wooden box. That night at 2 o'clock, the lid of the box was open. Some unnatural voice... Some unnatural voice was giving the monster life. Once more, the lid was open, and they shut... gained full strength, and then he lifted the lid. When...
So what about
I heard a...
you and a monster? There is no such a thing as a monster.
You want to read the story? You never thought I would go through a door, did you? You like this about the monster? Eh. What did he see, anyway?
I'm going to repay you for betraying me. I'm going to give that brain of yours a new home in the skull of the Frankenstein monster.
The jugular vein is severed, not cut, but torn apart as though by powerful teeth.
A werewolf. Last night I killed a man.
You didn't know what you were doing.
But I did. I wanted to kill.
I think they're after Dracula.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evansink.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight?
How are we doing tonight, Evan? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I feel good. It's season. We were just marveling. It's season 15, guys.
Season 15.
How is it season 15, guys?
How did we watch 140 movies?
How have we seen this many movies?
Well, hey, over the past few months, it's been with everybody's wonderful company, and of course, all of our good friends are in the chat tonight. Although I notice Sears is conspicuously absent. I see you clamoring for Sears. Hopefully he'll show up in good time, but
let's give the people what they want.
Right,
okay?
right, exactly. I see we got Alana, Kathy, Thomas, Bee's Nest, William, Scott. Miss anybody else? Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Bee's Nest, I see you're under the weather. Hope you're feeling better soon. It's I don't know about everybody else, but where we've been, our neck of the woods, it's been pretty mild kind of for this
it's
time
actually it's kind of cooling down.
Feeling like fall.
It's feeling like it's almost Labor Day.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'd be lying if I didn't say it was nice. Thank you,
Bee's Nest.
So much appreciation. Yeah, I mean, it's we're getting to. It's tough. I struggle between saying summer is my favorite time of the year and fall is my favorite time of the year. But as the years go by, I think it's fall is taking the cake more and more. And of course, for us, this is our spooky. We're already in our spooky season. This is it. Like, we go late August all the way through to Halloween, celebrating, all that good classic horror stuff that we love.
I've got to get all the Halloween decorations down.
Right. I gotta start dragging it out.
Why not?
Yeah.
If the rest of the world is doing the Halloween creep, why not just?
Yeah, I mean, the store started early. We might as well all start early. I'm sure some of you out there do. You've already got your Halloween decorations on standby, ready to go.
I drove by a house that had, I've never seen this before. It looked like a bunch of tentacles coming out of it.
What?
Like inflatable. I didn't know what they were at first. I thought it was a bunch of speech bubbles that just said, ooh. But the circles were actually suckers because they were tentacles coming out of the house.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's intense. My goodness. Yeah, Halloween 24/7, Alana, in your heart. Isn't that all of us? Yes, it's our spooky season 15. If I had the lightning bolt queued up, the thunderbolt, I would have hit it right there. But of course, we're kicking off season 15 the way that we kicked off last season, and something that we've celebrated every year of the show, and that's of course Frankenstein Day. And I wonder why we would be celebrating Frankenstein Day. It certainly couldn't be because of all the Frankenstein stuff that clearly shows I'm a huge fan.
Big Frankenhead.
Big time Frankenhead.
Every day's Frankenstein Day in this studio.
It is. I mean, even behind Evan, you can't see. You got a goofy
Plenty.
Frankenstein back there behind him.
Plenty.
You know, yeah, he's got plenty. You can never have enough, if you're asking me. But yes, we're celebrating Frankenstein Day a day early because it's not today. It is tomorrow, August 30th. That is, of course, Mary Shelley's birthday. That's the most appropriate time to be celebrating Frankenstein because you wouldn't have this pop culture phenomena without Mary Shelley. And, you know, again,
Let's go, Mary Shelley. Yeah.
let's shout out for Mary Shelley. You know, give big ups.
Big round of
Big
applause.
ups. Yes. You know, Mary Shelley is, you know, a very fascinating figure if you go look into her life, like before, during, and after the writing of Frankenstein. It's a pretty interesting story. Tragic, for sure. But very interesting. So it's August 30th, and I'll be celebrating tomorrow with a special Frankenstein themed shocker. So definitely tune in for that tomorrow. But we're celebrating it early with a movie. I don't know if I can technically say that it's featuring the Frankenstein monster, but it's featuring a character who is clearly intended to be Frankenstein's monster.
A Frankenstein's monster monster.
Right. Pretty much. We'll get into it. And of course, again, you know, every year we learn about some different aspect of you know, Frankenstein in film or in pop culture. You know, we've explored the Universal trailers, the Hammer trailers. We've talked about those films. We've seen Lon Chaney Jr.'s live performance on Tales of Tomorrow's adaptation of Frankenstein. Of course, last year we watched Lady Frankenstein, which was an Italian Frankenstein film. And do you remember much from Lady Frankenstein?
All I can remember is Jesse James whenever I think of Lady Frankenstein.
Right, yeah.
But that's just a different movie.
Yeah, a completely different movie. Which, again, that's the third movie we ever watched on this show. Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter. Great film. Probably not actually public domain. It's more research I've done. But fair use. That's, you know, that's what we're doing here. We're transforming with our commentary. And so tonight's film is kind of in that same vein of Lady Frankenstein, what you could call, for lack of a better term, Euro horror. And it is an Italian co-production, and it is entitled it is entitled Assignment Terror. That was the title it was released under in the United States. It's gone by many titles, which we'll talk about tonight. This is essentially a Euro horror monster mash featuring a werewolf, a vampire, a mummy, and of course this reanimated monster who is not Frankenstein's monster. I'll go ahead and tell you, he's Faraxelin's monster. Faraxelin?
You know, Dr. Faraxelin?
Yeah, that's it. Dr. Faraxelin. This apparently was their way to kind of like try to skirt around possible copyright issues, but the makeup looks like Universal's Frankenstein, so I think Universal is just like, we're not going to bother with this.
Faraxelin sounds like the newest like weight loss drug.
Right? It does sound like some kind of medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is very much a monster mash in the classic like Universal Monsters vein, and with aliens thrown in for good measure. So you gotta love that, right? You have to appreciate any time that you know, that you can spice it up. Let's not just have gothic monsters. Let's bring some space invaders in to liven things up. Very human look. They're not very alien looking. I'll go ahead and tell you, don't expect any crazy alien makeup. The makeup is for the monsters. Saving it for the monsters. So it'll be good. And yes, so it's not Frankenstein's monster, but it pretty much is Frankenstein's monster. So I think what better way to celebrate Frankenstein Day than with a good old-fashioned monster mash? Get all the monsters in here, get them all, rock them all. So it should be fun.
Is Faraxelin just an anagram of Frankenstein?
It's like
F-I...
I couldn't find... Wikipedia was trying to say that, or maybe his IMDb was trying to say that Salin was science, and so it was Franken-science monster.
Okay.
And I didn't.
Frankenscience?
Frankenstein. Yeah, I didn't find anything about Salin being. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, we've got the monster
from the University of Frankenscience.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
got my bachelor's of Frankenscience.
Bachelor's of I want that degree. Yeah. So we'll be getting into Frankenstein movie history tonight, of course. We talked about the mainstream stuff, so tonight we'll kind of talk about the patterns of Frankenstein movies around the time of tonight's film, which again 1970, and it's kind of came at an interesting time for Frankenstein movies. So we'll get into that tonight, and keeping the whole Franken theme going, Evan, of course, is doing it with a segment which I guess you could say he's reanimating after it had been lie dormant during the summer. It was on ice, and now
lying in the dirt somewhere.
And
We're
now
bringing it back.
I think Evan.
I think it's time.
Is it time?
It's time, ironically, for what were you drinking?
What are we going to be drinking tonight, Evan?
So we're so summer's over, and we're going back from. It's no longer Schlocktail hour. I'm no longer just following wherever my brain takes me. we're going back to weekly themed drinks, and of course, Frankenstein Day. We're making a Frankenstein drink, and I was talking earlier about the Halloween creep.
Yeah.
And you know what? The Halloween creep failed me this week, and I was super disappointed by it. So I was thinking, okay, Frankenstein drink. It's almost Halloween. Let's break out the Frankenberry.
Oh,
someone in the chat a few weeks ago mentioned cereal milk. We were talking about cereal milk.
Yeah.
We've done a cereal milk drink on, the show before.
Was it chocolate?
It was chocolate, though.
Okay.
We haven't done, there's a whole cereal aisle of possibilities of cereal milk. But I went to the store this week, and you know what? There's no Frankenberry. I went up and down and up and down. There was not a monster in sight.
Wow.
So I was really disappointed. I had to so the other day, remember when I was late because I was at Walmart?
Yeah.
That I was late because I was having to pivot in the middle of the aisle at the store. But luckily, there's plenty of other strawberry-flavored cereal that is available year-round, I guess.
I guess.
So we went with that instead. What we're making tonight is the Franken Lime, is what I'm calling it. This is a cereal milk-based cocktail. Maybe you want to wait a few weeks and try it with Frankenberry. I'm just using strawberry frosted flakes.
Okay.
But if you want to make your own Franken Lime, you'll need vodka, strawberry cereal milk, a pinch of sugar, a little bit of lime juice, and we're going to also add some lime zest to the top.
Yeah, this is definitely a Frankensteinian creation.
It is, and I feel like especially because any eagle-eyed or eagle-eared viewers might see, hey, wait a second, you're putting citrus in dairy.
Yeah, I was curious about that myself.
Yeah. So I've been doing a little bit of research on like how to mitigate the curdling, basically.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people claim that there's like some ways to do it, and I'm trying out a couple tonight. Some people say if you just pre-shake all the non-citrus stuff really hard first and get it nice and frothy, that can help with it. And also, if some people claim that adding a pinch of sugar for some reason helps.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying both of those. We're gonna see. Maybe it looks promising. The lucky thing is you can really just strain out the bad part.
Yeah.
So if it turns bad, we can fix.
Okay.
We can fix our mistake.
Great. Fantastic. I mean, Evan's never really steered me wrong, I gotta say.
I don't know if I would say never.
I mean, there have been times where I've made some pretty ridiculous faces in response to the crazy concoction that I've ingested, but I would say overall, again, like James brought up the jalapeno shots. That was great.
Those turned out to be surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just make things almost as a joke,
and then it ends up being amazing. It really does. I mean, you have definitely had plenty of cocktails that ended up that way, where I was like, I don't know about this, and then it's like, oh shit, this is delicious. So here's hoping. We'll see what happens. Ooh, let's kind of see him over here. Look at him zesting. Look at this. I mean, he's a genius. What else can you say? Look at him back there. Absolutely amazing. Very excited for this.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
We have our Frankenstein.
Got it. Thank you, sir. All
Pretty
right.
simple 3-ingredient cocktail. I think 4-ingredient cocktail.
3. Okay, smells like cereal milk.
It does. It smells like cereal.
It's good.
It definitely
Which
smells
I
like cereal.
I'm totally about it. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
I say we give this a try. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to Frankenstein. Happy Frankenstein Day.
Happy Frankenstein Day, everybody. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pretty
Very
smooth. You can't really.
Yeah.
And you know how smoothly cereal milk goes down. You know, when you're drinking it out of the bowl after you've eaten all the cereal milk. That's kind of the best part sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like I could almost use a little more lime. I'm gonna add a little more. I very foolishly left my squeezer at home, so I'm just squeezing. I was squeezing by hand.
Hey, that's good old fashioned hand squeeze juice. That's what we need more of these days. That's what's gonna fix our world, is more people squeezing their own juice.
Yeah, I like that, the lime with the cereal milk. It's a little weird, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. The vodka kind of comes in, you can just kind of feel it later, but it's really not like in the taste of the drink itself. Again, it's very smooth. So
Yeah, it's one I don't know if I feel like you don't want to let this sit for too long.
Right.
Probably one you want to drink fairly quickly, but
Good note, Evan. Thank you. Okay. Don't let it curdle. Gotcha. Okay. Read you loud and clear.
yeah. Ooh, that was a good sip.
I mean, it's kind of just more like a shot, really.
It kind of is, yeah.
Like a double.
Yeah, like a milky shot.
A milky shot. Yep.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be making up some more of these later tonight.
Very good. Yeah, I think that's a great way. Again, get us prepped for this movie. You already got one cocktail, already one in the tank, so we're ready to go. I usually say, well, I think this will pair well with the movie, and but hey, we'll get another one later, and I'm sure it will. But yes, again, this is definitely a monster mash. Our monster is not the center of attention here because there are 4 monsters. So, you gotta, and if you count the aliens, 5. So you gotta spread it out. Everybody's gotta get equal time. But it's written by a writer, producer, and actor named Paul Naschy, who starred in a series of movies as a werewolf character called Waldemar Daninsky. And this is the 3rd film in the series. Maybe 2nd, 3rd, it's kind of debated. There's a movie, they don't know if it exists or not. So
what's up, Fresh?
Fresh is in the house.
Fresh in the house.
Welcome, Fresh. I hope you're doing well tonight, Fresh. It's Friday. But yeah, so this is kind of part of a series of werewolf movies called the Hombre Lobo series. So you gotta love that little fact. But again, the way even though that and the actor playing that character is also the writer. So even though that actor is the writer, that character is not like the main character. He doesn't necessarily dominate the film. It's kind of the aliens. The chief alien who is played by an actor named Michael Rennie, who is best known for playing an alien in The Day the Earth Stood Still. He played Klaatu, and
just getting typecast as an alien.
Yeah, well, this is actually his last film. He might have done one more after this, but yeah, he didn't like. This is the second and only other time I think that he actually played an alien. So it's kind of funny that at that point in his career, he's like, I'll do it. So and again, this movie was released in 1970. It's very much it's more of a product of like the late 60s. Like I was gonna say, it's very much of its time, but it's even dated for 1970. Like it's very. You'll tell right away from the theme music, which can only be best described as groovy. That's the only way that, like, it's pretty great. I'm going to have a hard time not to.
Assignment groovy.
But we'll get into it. We'll talk about, some of the other titles that went along with this film, because the big one is kind of a whole thing. How I learned about this movie. I've never seen it, but I've known about it for a long time, and I'll elaborate on that later on during our break.
Okay.
So should be a lot of fun. Evan, anything before we get into Assignment Terror?
Has anyone taken note that Assignment Terror is perfect for a back to school movie?
Look at that, right on theme. And you know what? I think the fact that Frankenstein Day falls on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about, Labor Day. I mean, obviously, you could talk about physical work, but you also talk about giving, being in labor, giving birth. Dr. Frankenstein did both of those things. He did it all in one.
Think about it.
We need to sign a petition, Frankenstein's monster as the mascot for Labor Day. We'll get on that. Oh yeah, okay. And I saw like Scott, you said spy 5 vibe. That is like there's kind of like a spy vibe too. Like, I saw one person that said you could best describe this as Plan 9 from Outer Space meets House of Frankenstein. So that's sets a high bar.
There better be a musical in the middle of this movie. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, that was your favorite part.
It was my favorite part.
Of House of Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, you know? Like, there's that one musical number, and then Larry Talbot just, like, starts accosting the guy. Oh, that's so great. Again, love the Universal movies, and this is very much like a throwback to those. But it's a sci-fi film, and it's a little bit of an espionage kind of Euro, just mix of genres. And it's a Italian, German, what's the other country? Italian, German, Spanish, of course, because Paul Naschy is a Spanish writer, director, actor. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the... wait, is Sears in the house? Sears finally made it. Happy Frankenstein Day Eve. Yes, that's what we should have been calling it all along.
Of course.
Frankenstein Day
Eve.
Of course. Happy Frankenstein Day Eve to you as well. Sears, glad you could make it right as we're about to get started.
It was the night before Frankenstein Day. All through this... I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, come on, Evan. Write it up. Get it out. All right. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Assignment Terror right now.
Umo 206 calling Earth. Reply, please. Contact made. Kirian Werner, surgeon, killed in war action. Maleva Kerstein, doctor of biochemistry, killed in automobile accident. Both persons have required characteristics and have been incarnated by our envoys. They will contact you. Remember, success of mission depends on exploiting to the full the superstitions prevalent among the Earth creatures. The first objective is Blaustadt Fairground.
We're having fun.
I know, right? Get right into it. Grooving. I told you, groovy. Los Monstruos del Terror is the Spanish title, which of course translates to The Monsters of Terror.
Bears in town, by the way.
Ew, it's that time of year. We timed it up perfectly. Oh, you
we got a nice fair movie.
Who knew? I wish I would have looked up exactly where this was shot.
This is the world we have to conquer. Its inhabitants are weak, slaves to their own passions and uncertainties.
Couldn't we use atom bombs?
Of course, we could even explode their nuclear arsenal. But we need the planet intact.
How much time do we have?
Very little. Our planet is now nearly at freezing point, and we still haven't discovered how to create an artificial sun. Conditions of life here are similar to those on Umo. We must destroy or dominate the human race, so that our race may colonize
Joe Cole in the house. Welcome,
you think
Joe.
we'll succeed?
We must. There are now many of our group here working on different objectives, but their success or failure depends on us.
These are the remains of the Count Janos Timailov, the gruesome vampire who terrorized the people in the mystical regions of Transylvania. The only way to destroy him was to plunge a wooden stake into his heart. His magic, hypnotic power died with him.
This is very House of Frankenstein. I love it.
Only by those like myself. descendants of people who were attacked and contaminated by the vampire. For a few coins, I shall hypnotize you and read your future in your unseeing eye. Love, passion, jealousy.
Remember what I told you. The passions and weaknesses from which our race is immune are the very ones to which the Earth creatures are prey. Love and sex.
Have no fear. My
Welcome,
beautiful
Sally.
assistant is
Oh,
also a
Sally's in the
qualified
house.
nurse.
Hello, Sally.
Ask him to tell your fortune.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen.
Promise to tell his tonight.
Who will be the first to try? Don't worry, she'll take care of you. Ah, here's the customer. A lady who's not afraid to know the truth.
Uh-oh.
Beautiful women are like powerful magnets. We shall use them to attract scientists, generals, statesmen, their vital secrets.
Good plan.
What?
It's like if James Bond had an alien villain. That's what they need to do for the next Bond movie. They need to start bringing aliens into the mix.
Yeah, why not?
Tina's in the house. Welcome, Tina. Happy Labor Day weekend to you. Happy Frankenstein Day Eve.
It's a very quiet sex scene.
Absolutely no sound. Weird.
Just doing it in the vacuum chamber.
Uh-oh. No, this is how it starts.
Yep, this is how it goes.
Well, there's blood on it. Or maybe it's blood stain. I guess that would make sense. I guess it was still be stained.
Uh-oh.
He gets stabbed. Yep. Ooh. Well, they're in that tiny trailer. They're trying to make absolutely no noise. Uh-oh.
Yeah, fresh. I think that's in Leviticus.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
yeah. Oh, man.
gosh.
I wish we would have seen the
No
whole thing.
fingerprints, no known enemies. Looks like the work of a ghost.
The skeleton with eyeballs is actually kind of
What about the gelatin
creepy.
substance
Yeah.
found on the steak?
We sent it and the victim's clothing to the main laboratory.
And?
In a few days, we'll have some results.
There's one detail that intrigues me. The absence of the skeleton exhibited by Fairzar in his show. Remember the legend. The only way to revive a vampire is to withdraw the stake from his heart.
As far as I'm concerned, that skeleton is no more than a showman's gimmick. There must be a logical reason for its disappearance.
You know, in this part of the country...
As you can see, Henry, I'm completely snowed under with paperwork. Why don't you see what you can
Snowed under.
Right, sir.
But don't bring any vampires into this office.
Why not?
I'm anemic already.
Oh.
A wise guy, yeah.
Aliens just got a castle, dude. Fuck yeah.
Alien castle.
They're not fucking around.
We shall call her Ilona. The first of a
11.
group of beautiful women who will blindly obey my orders.
Oh, I love it. She's not supposed to be screaming like that. What's going wrong? Sears, yeah, you better call Fresh to the carpet about that $40.
Excellent material.
He owes you guys.
Do you think human beings may become contaminated if his blood is injected into their veins?
We'll soon find out.
Hell yeah. He's supposed to be like a James Bond type character that like just gets mixed up with monsters. That's fun.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you help me a moment?
I'd like to, sir, but it's nearly closing time.
I'm Inspector Toberman. Criminal investigation.
In what way can I help?
Do you have anything written by Professor Ulrich von Feranxelam?
That's a coincidence.
Gesundheit.
No one has asked for one of his books in years. And you're the second person who's asked in only the last couple of hours.
Can you describe the other person to me?
It was really a couple. A tall, good-looking man and a very beautiful girl. The man was gray-haired and distinguished, and the girl was strange. She had a very hard look in her eyes.
Thanks.
Go upstairs. That's where we have the archive section. And then ask for Carl. He'll be glad to help you find it.
Thank you very much.
Why is her mouth open?
She's not happy.
Hmm.
I tore some pages out. Oh shit.
This way, gentlemen. Incision penetrating the endocardium, causing damage to the mitral valve.
I call that a stab in the heart.
I've something else to show you. It's a sample of the gelatin substance found on the victim's clothing. It's composed of living cells, but I can't identify it.
Cool.
We'll have to send it to the main laboratory for a more exhaustive analysis.
All right, as quickly as possible.
This may be the break we've
Just
been hoping
pop
for.
it up.
Don't jump to conclusions, Henry. Apart from this gelatin, can you give me one shred of concrete evidence that ties in this murder with that of the showman at the fairground?
Yes. Anthology of the Monsters by Professor Ulrich von Feranxelam. It's a study of the various legends of man-made monsters. The living mummy, reputed to be somewhere in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. Nosferatu, the medieval vampire in the remote regions of Transylvania. The golem, a giant of clay created in the ghetto of Prague.
There was supposed to be a golem
Missing
in this
pages.
movie, but
Apparently,
they ran
these
out of
pages
money to
refer
do
to an
it.
artificial human being created by Feranxelam himself. Listen to the ending. I wish to create a perfect human being, selecting the best organs from different corpses. But God punished me for my presumption, and fate caused me to insert the brain of a murderer into the human being which I believed perfect. Today I shall blow up the castle and bury myself with this terrible monster. May God have mercy on my soul. Am I boring you, Eva?
Not at all. I find it fascinating.
Another nightmare creature, the werewolf.
Werewolf?
Weird.
Yes, you see, he was influenced by the full moon. In order to release him from this curse, it's necessary to shoot a silver bullet into his heart.
Werewolf.
Something you remember?
I think so. I think when I was a child, my grandmother, or my nurse, I don't know which, told me about the werewolf. He's a man who's transformed into a wolf under the influence of a full moon. I'm sure there's another word to describe it.
Lycanthropy?
That's it. Lycanthropy.
My dear, that's no more than a country superstition.
Yes, but...
Hombre Lobo, the man wolf.
How do you cheat at Hungry Hungry Hippos? Seriously. Do you just pick up the little balls?
You just kind of jiggle it around. We need more fog in this cemetery. You're gonna love some good old-fashioned grave of robbing, trespassing in the cemetery. Classic.
Do you want to be buried in like a crazy crypt like that?
I mean, I think it'd be cool. It'd be fun. Put me in a glass coffin so I could bust out of it. Like, you know, resurrect like some kind of guru.
Put me in the back of like a dungeon. Spread some like treasure around.
The flowers are withered, but the body of Waldemar the werewolf is uncorrupted, waiting to receive life.
Let's kill this guy.
Oh hey, you're down here too.
Oh, hey.
The hell is who?
Okay. We're moving on. Trippy. Very quiet surgery.
A silver bullet in his heart only immobilized him, left him seemingly dead. His death is permanent only if the bullet is fired by a woman who loves him.
Apparently, Sears, the working title was The Man from Umo, which is the aliens' home planet, Umo. Which, again, a play on The Man from U.N.C.L.E., who's a popular spy show at the time.
Ilona, you will give him the injection of the serum which will prevent him from being transformed into a werewolf. You will be fully responsible for him. No human power can withstand.
You're responsible for this werewolf. Think of it like just a big doll.
A murderer who obeys only the cabals of Egypt. Or the Frank Salon monster. We shall make thousands of them and turn them loose on the races of this planet.
I experienced a strange sensation
We're gonna make
when
thousands
I
of
touched Waldemar's
monsters.
body. The same as I felt when I was together with Ferzar. Is he a man or a monster?
Both. The eternal dilemma of mankind. Good and evil. The paradox.
Ooh, cool. Oh, it's werewolf time.
Oh boy.
So this is Paul Naschy. Del Hombre Lobo. And again, screenwriter of this film under the name Jacinto Molina, which was his real name. He used a different name to write and a different name to act.
Is this the first that we've seen of this character?
Yeah.
It's interesting that we're being introduced.
Well, no,
to
we
him.
saw him like taken out of the. They took his body out of the tomb and they pulled the bullet out of his heart. So now they've got him in their castle and he's transformed. But yeah, this is the first we're seeing of him conscious after that surgery. She was supposed to give him a serum to make him not transform. Clearly didn't work.
Looks like the work of a wild animal. 4 women have vanished, and 2 murders in a peaceful town where nothing ever happens. Everyone expects results from us. Most of all, the mayor.
The mayor, most of all, the mayor.
Report from the laboratories.
You know who's not gonna like these aliens' plans for world domination? The mayor.
Forget the president. The mayor's
gonna have my ass for this.
Scientists say that they can't identify the gelatin substance after applying every test known to modern science. But the molecular structure is unlike anything they have ever seen.
I've got a hunch about this. Give me a free hand to carry out my own investigation. Oh, just for a few days.
Go ahead, Henry. Try to find something concrete.
Thanks.
And good luck.
Why not? What else are you doing? Uh-oh. He broke out. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I like Elvis parties, don't you?
Yes, I adore
Oh, no.
Oh, I guess we're just ignorant, Garrett.
Thank you.
Town mayors in Spain.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Scott. They're all like governors. All right. Makes sense.
The governor's going to have my ass.
The
about
governor's
this.
going to... Yeah, I mean, that sounds... Well, there's more gravity to that. Okay. Oh, shit.
Don't spoil it, please.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to take you home?
Oh, I've left my shawl back there.
I'll get it.
Oh, no. Nice. Hopefully the boyfriend stays
good luck,
inside.
other guy. If that guy doesn't see the werewolf, he's just gonna think his date was crazy and stole his car.
She just...
What do you mean you saw a wolf man?
What is this music?
I am liking this, like, kind of chill 60s, 70s soundtrack. What do you think about this werewolf makeup? Not terrible.
It's not terrible. I think that they made 12 Golden Egg. They made 12 Hombre Lobo movies, or he played that character 12 different times. So I think in some of the other movies the makeup is better. And in fact, Paul Naschy said that this makeup man was the worst one he'd ever worked with. So
okay,
take that for what it is. Groovy.
What's up? Just gonna go bust a move at the golden egg.
No, Inspector. Trudy was a good girl. All the customers liked her.
There was a full moon last night.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. Anything else?
There's a man who comes in here every night. They say he's bought the old monastery. Dr. Varnov. Oh, there he is.
Dr. Varnov.
Right. Thank you. Scotch and water.
Right, sir.
Oh, shit. You at least stay and have a conversation.
A harmless-looking apparatus. It's used to make the guilty confess, to drag secrets from spies. Ultrasonic waves. Sound so acute they drill into the brain.
Nice fans in the house. Welcome, nice fan. Hope you're doing well this evening.
The escape of Waldemar could have endangered our plans. I trust this will be an example.
He's torturing her because she didn't give him his anti-werewolf injection. Put more Vaseline on that lens.
Stop it! Stop it!
Uh-oh.
Pity is a weakness. Do not forget it. Contact made. The tomb of Taotep, the mummy, has now been located. Rocky side of Jebel Karib. Hypogeum of King Amun-Ra. The reflection of light in the solid gold mirror transmits orders to the mummy.
Sweet. Great.
This just feels so silly. It's like, doesn't feel real.
It's very silly. I love it.
Come in, Martha. Oh, I was expecting a girlfriend. I thought it
Yeah, I
was
think
her.
we're done with the beeping. Hopefully
My
your
name is
dogs
Henry
will
Tillman. I'm from the city police department.
forgive that
I'd like to question you about what happened last night.
terrible
Come up,
pitch.
please. Excuse me just a moment.
Well, Scott, I think it would have to be Plan 9.
Toberman.
Of course. Ah, yes. Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead.
Sit down, please. So, you don't remember me, do you?
I'm afraid I...
You graduated 3 years ahead of me.
Oh, but of course. But you were...
I know. Don't be afraid to say it. I was a skinny little girl with freckles, and you were the captain of the football team.
Oh, that description doesn't fit you any longer. But to get back to business. About last night.
I really don't expect you to believe me. Your colleagues didn't.
I have a very open mind about this subject. Is there any further information you can tell me? Anything at all?
Not about last night, but my father, Judge Sternberg, had an incredible experience when he was young.
Yes?
He personally knew a werewolf.
Personally knew. I'd like very much to speak to your father.
And that is gonna take us to our first break.
So new, like in a biblical sense?
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, we are a third of the way through Assignment Terror. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
This movie is wild. And I almost it really does feel like a monster mash.
Yeah, I mean and the pace has been very quick, right?
It has been, yeah. It's I feel like I'm missing stuff. It's just like
no, we don't
quickly.
spend like more than like a minute or two on each thing, and we just got too much to cover. We got to go to Egypt. We got to get this mummy going. We still haven't seen Faraxelin's monster yet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, We've only seen El Hombre Lobo so far, right?
We've seen the vampire a little bit.
Okay, right, yeah.
We saw the vampire and we saw El Hombre Lobo, but we have not seen Faraxelin's monster. We have not seen the mummy. I believe his name is like Teotet or something like that. Teotet, I don't know. So we
won't see the golem.
No, we won't see the golem. That drawing is all we get, unfortunately. Again, this movie was supposed to be bigger. Like the budget was supposed to be bigger, and they ran out of money, and so one of the directors quit, or the director quit. Like
Sheesh.
when they were like over halfway done, and then he quit, and they brought in another guy. And the guy that was the original director, Hugo Fregonese, he was an Argentinian director, but he's like spent time working in Hollywood. He did a 1953 Jack the Ripper movie called Man in the Attic, which is public domain, which we will watch eventually on this show.
Okay.
And it's a studio film, one of those rare public domain studio films. But so the director of this had, skill, but then he quit because of the budget problems, and they brought in another Argentinian director, Tullio De Micheli, to finish it. And, no Invisible Man, but he could be there lurking around. We don't know. I mean, technically, in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, the Invisible Man could have been lurking around the whole time because he just pops out at the end. So I guess he was there. Again, this has been a pretty enjoyable movie. It's moved pretty quick, and again, it's like an hour and 26 minutes, so it's a longer movie, but for our show, for our purposes, but. Plenty going on, so we'll see what happens in the second half. Again, before we got into it, I said, I've known about this movie for a long time, but this is the first time that I've seen it.
Yeah. So when did you first hear about this movie?
So I first heard about this movie because of one of its alternate titles, which again, I told you. We're calling it Assignment Terror because that's the title it was released under in the United States. Well, the release history of this movie and the titles get kind of complicated. So let me say this for a break. So basically, again, it was shot under the title The Man from Umo. And then for its release in Spain, in France, and a lot of other countries, in Spain it was released as The Monsters of Terror, which was the title that we saw on screen for tonight's movie. And in Germany, which was one of the countries that co-produced it, it was entitled Dracula Hunts Frankenstein, right? In a lot of other countries,
Dracula Seeking Frankenstein.
Yeah, well, in a lot of other countries, it was called Dracula versus Frankenstein, which is a title that has been given to 2 other movies. And so that's the thing. There are at least 3 movies that in different territories carried the title Dracula versus Frankenstein. And that's how I found out about this movie because, as a kid, when you're like, you're into Dracula, you're into Frankenstein, you're into Dracula, there's got to be a Dracula versus Frankenstein. And then you find out that there's 3. You're like, oh my God, that's amazing.
There's not just one.
But then much to your disappointment, you find out that they're very low budget and not very good. And,
There's 3 of them, not a single good one.
Pretty much. Well, and I mean, in Universal's Monster Mash films, Frankenstein's monster and Dracula don't really interact. In House of Dracula, they interact in like a... it's not a flashback. It's almost like a flash forward to what the future would be if the doctor it's this whole thing. But yeah, I mean, Dracula meeting Frankenstein, those are the top 2, right? Like those are the big 2. Those are the ones. So you're looking for a showdown between those 2. I always was. But so again, this movie came out in 1970. So this was really the first movie that carried that title. But it wasn't released in the United States until 1973. And so before that time, in 1971, you had an American film that was released entitled Dracula versus Frankenstein. From the low-budget indie filmmaker Al Adamson. It is that's the first trailer we're going to see during the break, is for that version of Dracula versus Frankenstein. And it is very low budget. The Frankenstein monster makeup's pretty bad. The face of the monster looks like mush. Dracula's got an afro.
Nice. Awesome.
We a long time ago, you probably don't remember this, but we were hanging out here one time at my house. This is like back in high school. And it was on TV. It was on Halloween, actually. And this was on TV. And
I don't remember.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I don't know how
but I
you
remember
do.
it because I was like, why is this on TV? Like this movie's ridiculous. This movie's terrible. It's got Lon Chaney Jr. in one of his last performances. Unfortunately, he's very sick and he does not look good. And it's got J. Carroll Naish, who we've seen in The Monster Maker a long time ago, not a very memorable film. He was also in House of Frankenstein as the Hunchback. And he plays Dr. Frankenstein in this version of the movie, and Lon Chaney Jr. plays his assistant. And they have actual lab equipment from the original movies. So it's, they try, but it's very much a low budget effort, kind of cashing in on the names. So because this movie existed, when they finally decided to release tonight's film in the United States, American International Pictures picked it up to put out to television, but they said, okay, there's already a Dracula versus Frankenstein, so we're just going to call this Assignment Terror. And that was how it got the Assignment Terror title in the United States. In a lot of territories, Dracula versus Frankenstein. The third film, entitled Dracula versus Frankenstein, came out the year after the other one, 1973. So 1970, 1972, 1973, you had, 70, 71, 72. You had a Spanish film that was also entitled Dracula versus Frankenstein in most territories. But in the United States, some other countries, it was called Dracula, Prisoner of Frankenstein. So that's
Dracula,
Prisoner of Frankenstein. Yeah, pretty ridiculous. That's the second trailer we're going to see during the break.
Dracula, Prisoner of Love.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it sounds like a cheap paperback title.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these, it gets pretty ridiculous, and that definitely it does. And wait till you hear the narration on this trailer. Again, I believe it's an Italian trailer, so the narration's incredible. The dude is screaming at the top of his lungs. It's great. So, so. Again, 3 movies that carried the title Dracula versus Frankenstein. We're watching the first one. We're going to see these trailers for the other 2. And yeah, I mean, again, as a big fan of Frankenstein as a kid, I was dying to see any movie that carried that title. So when I found there were 3.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't seen this one then.
Yeah, I mean...
I feel like this really, raises my expectations now. This isn't just Assignment Terror. This is Dracula versus Frankenstein.
Like, yeah.
I expect some kind of showdown now.
Should I temper your expectations or should I let you hope? What I'll just tell you is you've seen House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula. It's...
I know how these things usually go.
They bill all these monsters. They say, "Hey, we're gonna have all these monsters."
Yeah.
In your mind, you're expecting all these monsters
together,
meylaying. Yeah,
all at the same time. It doesn't really pan out like that. You might get a pair.
You get some smaller skirmishes.
Yeah, maybe one at the halfway point, and something will happen in the last 10 minutes, and that's supposed to justify the whole premise of the movie.
It's usually how these monster mashes go. So, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Again, the only one that I had seen before tonight's film is the Al Adamson version, Dracula versus Frankenstein, which is fun in its own cheesy 70s way. And it's made kind of with that love of classic horror films and Universal horror films, and it's fine. It's fun. Again, much like tonight's film, it's a fun, cheesy film. You can appreciate it. So we're gonna get these 2 trailers for Dracula versus Frankenstein and Dracula versus Frankenstein. And then when we come back, we're gonna get into the exciting middle of Dracula versus Frankenstein. So I snuck it up on you. It's just reveal. It's Dracula versus Frankenstein. So we're going to enjoy these 2 trailers, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle. So stick around. We'll be right back.
They live by night. They hide in the dark and rise from the shadows. They can never feel the warmth of living human blood in their veins. Their bodies are cold and dead. Dracula versus Frankenstein. Who serves the dead. A dead man who controls the doctor and a living creature horribly created from the mangled corpses of their victims. Dracula versus Frankenstein. His blood is cold, but his mind is keen. He cannot die, for he is already dead. His name is Dracula. Another lives, but his body belongs to the dead. The 2 will join forces, but only one will survive. Dracula versus Frankenstein. cemetery is a cold, lifeless place to visit at night. Unless you're already dead, and your name is Dracula. Together, in one film, they meet in a fight of fright. The kings of horror battle to the death. Dracula versus Frankenstein.
Maestri del black horror, dell'orrore nero. Un urlo agghiacciante risuona in una notte di plenilunio. Ombre sinistre strisciano dalle viscere della terra. Nella notte, squarciata dai lampi, si scoperchiano le tombe. Escono le anime nere dei morti viventi. Una livida coltre di orrore sembra ricoprire la terra. Un esercito terrificante, avido di sangue, si scatena contro l'umanità. Arrivano i maestri del black horror, dell'orrore nero. Arrivano! Ah! Sono tra noi!
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Dracula versus Frankenstein and Dracula versus Frankenstein. And thank you, Fresh. Wasn't that a spicy meatball? Wasn't it though?
Makeup in that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean you gotta appreciate that they're fully embracing the imagery of both the monsters there. you can find that movie on Tubi. It's a gorgeous print, and I mean, it shows a lot of the monsters doing stuff. Alana, thank you. We really appreciate the super chats, guys. It's alive with the sun. Yes, I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna do that. I feel like singing though, again, because we really appreciate these super chats. And again, just big shout out to y'all for all the support that you give us for these shows and that you've given us over the past few weeks and months.
You guys are super.
You are super, and I mean, again, YouTube's got all kinds of. You can you can comment. YouTube added a new thing. I want to make sure I get this right because this is something that you can do. It's called. It's not hype, but it's this thing where you can comment. Hold on, let's see what's it called. Hold on, I want to see if I can find it.
Did everybody else hear that?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
It was Echo.
I thought we got hacked for a second.
No, we didn't get hacked. But there's this thing that they added, and hold on, maybe I can find it in my dashboard. But it's a new thing that you can do to like hype the videos. So I'll look that up.
Okay. I know nothing about technology.
You can find it on. It's like on the panel along with stuff you can like. There's like a new thing. Hype. It is called hype. Yes, Sears. Thank you. That's what it's called.
That's
hype.
A thing that you get. You get hype.
Yeah. You, the audience, can give hype to our videos. So yes, that's why I'm saying this is a new thing YouTube is doing.
What does
and
that
I wanted to
mean?
make sure I mentioned this. It somehow can help other people find your videos.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So if you guys find the hype feature, please do that. Be our hype man. Thank you, Fresh. Yes, be our hype man. That's all. So again, that stuff, the super chats, of course. However you guys want to support, we greatly appreciate it. But
it's
yes,
like chatting us up at the water cooler.
Right, exactly.
You heard about these Scream Stream guys?
Yes.
You guys catch the Scream Stream?
Stream last Friday. It was hype, and that's why I hyped it. Hype women as well. Thank you, Alana, of course. Hype women. Hype everybody. Yes, we again, we enjoyed the first third of that movie. Pretty ridiculous so far. Assignment Terror, Dracula versus Frankenstein, Los Monstruos del Terror, whatever you want to call it. It's been pretty
many
fun.
monsters, many names.
Yes. It's been a good old-fashioned monster mash. And I think it will continue to be because we haven't even gotten the Mummy and Faraxelan's monster yet. So,
legally distinct Frankenstein's monster.
Right, yes. That was their way of trying to get around copyright. We'll just change the name, even though there are so many elements of the look that are just Universal's monster. So if Universal wanted to sue, they easily could have, but it's kind of... Again, the image has been reused time and again in ways where it's probably not licensed, and I think Universal kind of just understood. I mean, we saw in that, like you pointed out, the makeup in the Dracula the second Dracula versus Frankenstein trailer. Thank you, Fresh. Yes, I don't know quite about that. That might be it might scare some people off. Certainly when I've tried to make logos for us in the past, that crossed my mind. I was like, can't do an SS logo. Don't think that's gonna fly.
Some things you just can't abbreviate.
You just can't. Stream's not one of those things you can abbreviate. You have to say all of it. You gotta say it all. Oh, you gotta love it. But again, the second trailer we just saw, that monster makeup looked like Universal's Frankenstein, right? I mean, more or less. Green face. It looked more like the costume version than any kind of movie version. And I mean, I think Universal wasn't really policing it at this time. So that's why, I mean, again, when those movies came out in the early 70s, that was kind of like, there was like a Franken wave that was going on from like the late 50s to the mid 70s.
When did the Monster Mash, the song, come out?
So Monster Mash came out in 58, 57, 58.
Was that part of this wave of...
Yeah, so it was kind of like
monster cultural wave.
And I've done research on this. But, I mean, and some of you probably know, of course, like the whole idea of like horror hosts and all that, it all kind of like converged in the mid to late 50s. The mid to late 50s was like this time where, again, you had all the Universal horror films and horror films from other studios repackaged for television. So they were kind of like marketed to television in a way of like they started making toys, model kits. They had the famous Monsters of Filmland magazine, all these things where like the like monsters became like a kind of a market, it was this thing of like, oh, there's still viability. So then you had Hammer Films in England that started their own Frankenstein series in 1957 with Curse of Frankenstein. And so that like kind of there was a whole gothic horror rebirth in general, but Frankenstein movies especially, and even you had modern things like in the late 50s, I Was a Teenage Frankenstein, right? And that was contemporary, but it was it was a play on the story with a Dr. Frankenstein type character. So you had this and then Hammer also did a television pilot entitled Tales of Frankenstein, which didn't get picked up to series, but the pilot itself is public domain, and it will be in our shocker tomorrow night. It's I think they kind of worked with Universal's. They have a Frankenstein looking monster. They kind of melded versions of the Frankenstein movies they'd already made with Universal stuff. And it was actually written and directed by Kurt Siodmak, who did 13 Demon Street, and he wrote Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman and The Wolfman, and, again, very much kind of bridged those worlds between Universal and Hammer. And, I mean, you had this Franken wave that was peaking by the time tonight's movie came around, between 70 73. The Hammer movies were kind of starting to kind of become less popular, and were going out of style. And we'll talk about the end of the Franken wave at the next break, because I think it's interesting, like the way that, again, you had a lot of these like Italian, European, like Euro horror films that were using. Again, we've seen Lady Frankenstein. We're seeing tonight's film. We just saw the trailer for another Dracula versus Frankenstein. It was clearly in vogue to use Frankenstein's monster, but it kind of fell out. So we'll talk about that at the next break. Anything before we get into the exciting middle of Assignment Terror, Evan? Where we left off, the aliens are just assembling all these monsters.
So if the Franken wave as a thing is over, do you think we're gonna get another one? When are we gonna get the Bridgerton of Frankenstein?
Well, what I'll tell you is that it picked back up, and we've kind of had a steady stream, and obviously
we've been limping along.
Alana mentioned it earlier. We've got Guillermo del Toro's version coming out this year, which is a big, there hasn't been a big adaptation of, I mean, there's been things over the past 10 years which varying degrees of success. And
how much romance is going to be in Guillermo del Toro's movie?
They've said it's not a horror film. I mean, obviously there's going to be horrific imagery, there's going to be horrific things, but
comedy. Yeah. we're making Hotel Transylvania 6.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it'll be good. I mean, he tried to make, like, I think they used all real sets. Like, he didn't want any CGI. It's very practical, which I appreciate. I'm kind of like...
They really, like, animated a dead body.
Right.
Practical.
Yeah, that's as practical as it gets. No,
good night, Fresh.
Fresh, take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the super chats. Really appreciate it. But yeah, you gotta love Frankenstein stuff. I'm like part excited, part skeptical for Del Toro's version. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, Del Toro's good. I like Del Toro.
Yeah, I mean, I love Del Toro. And again, I've got my own idea of what a Frankenstein.
Too much about anything.
Right.
Out,
I mean, Frankenstein's just such a beloved character,
right?
And it's it's a beloved story. Frankenstein's monster is a beloved character.
They already made that
right.
movie. Why did they even need to make another one?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Well, no. I mean, I have my own version I'd want to make.
Yeah,
it's
I see. Yeah.
But I mean, again, this is like nothing like the one I'd want to do. Like, it's a period piece. Let's see, make it modern. I've seen modern version. It's not like that's an original concept, but I think I could, it's a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into it. It's Frankenstein is, again, it's close to my heart, near and dear. But for excellent, which we're about to see.
Yeah. What if you did an adaptation of Frankenstein that was a period piece, but it was about a group of writers trapped in a mansion, and they reanimate one of their fellow after they finish a competition.
So it's funny. It's kind of like weirdly similar. Like, so there was in 1977, there was a adaptation of Frankenstein that was made in it was an Irish Swedish co-production, and it was called Victor Frankenstein, and it was released in other territories as Terror of Frankenstein. But in 2010, some filmmaker took the movie and released this thing called Film Commentary Terror of Frankenstein, and they put this commentary over that's supposed to be the director and the writer, the producer, somebody. And they're talking about the making of the film, and apparently, you can tell from their conversation, something terrible happened during the making of the film, and so it takes through the whole commentary to figure out what happened. But they just use this old adaptation, which looks to be one of the most faithful adaptations of the story. They put this and it's the director, the voice of the director is this actor named Clu Gulager. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's in Return of the Living Dead, and he's been in a bunch of horror movies. He's passed away at this point, but he's the voice of the director in this commentary, and it's this whole thing. And I was trying to see if I could find it online today, and I couldn't, but it played at film festivals. It was a thing that was apparently pretty good. And again, you think of Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein. I mean, we've had plenty of great Frankenstein content in the past 10 years. Don't get me wrong. I can't poo-poo all of it. But it's mostly been the comedic stuff that I think is really great. But again, tonight's film's been cheesy, corny, fun. So I think without further ado, we'll go ahead.
Cheesy, corny, fun. Franken-snacks.
Yep. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting middle of Assignment Terror, a.k.a. Dracula vs. Frankenstein, right now. Plane.
We're outside because it's the outside music.
That's all we know. Yeah, Lana. Pan's Labyrinth I thought was great. I have not seen his Pinocchio.
Oh, dude, his Pinocchio was pretty.
It was
pretty
good.
I like it. It's definitely a Del Toro film.
His version.
It's got his fingerprints all over it,
okay.
but it's very good.
That's great. You gotta love the vibraphone. I really am digging the music. Oh, we're in Egypt now.
That means mummy this way. Have you ever had Frankenberry?
Oh yeah.
I've actually never had it before. Or Count Chocula.
Oh, Evan.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's terrible. Yeah. Or a Captain Crunch kid.
Booberry?
No, none of them.
Fruit Brute?
Have you ever had Yummy Mummy?
Yummy Mummy? No.
No, I haven't.
No. No, I haven't. There's so many great ones. We gotta try them all. We gotta catch them all, and we gotta eat them on the stream at some point during stream.
You want to do a cereal special?
We have to, dude. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't know this was the kind of brick that an Egyptian tomb was. Are they breaking into a museum? Yeah, Booberry, I think is. Mulan says one.
That's great, Scott, but I haven't had that either. Yeah, have you had the new one?
No.
Carmela Crunch, I think.
No, I have absolutely not.
Carmela Creepy, is that what it's called?
Okay.
Carmela.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I was reading the Wikipedia page for some of these cereals, and apparently the recipe has changed over the years.
I would believe it. I can believe it.
Did you try the Szechuan sauce when they brought that back? The whole
I
thing?
did not.
I missed
never
that
did.
whole thing.
No.
I just didn't really even.
I wish I would have been on top of that.
Not huge on McDonald's, to be honest. It's fine.
It's taking them a long time to get in this dang tomb. We were talking about how fast it was moving, and now it's like, oh, we're gonna drag out getting to this mummy.
Jackpot. Oh. This is green mask.
A green mask.
Where have we seen that before on this show?
Oh! Ah! Wow, look at that.
Wow.
His face looks giant, and his head looks really small.
Dr. Varnoff is directing his movements.
We're just here to make sure he gets out okay. There's a chance he gets stuck. Why did they bring the werewolf along?
You know, Mummy versus Wolfman. Classic.
Classic. Well, you know, they wanted to include the Mummy in House of Frankenstein originally. They just, again, didn't have the budget for it. Monster Mashes, you know, they always want to go shoot for the moon, and sometimes the budget just isn't there.
One of the monsters always ends up on the cutting room floor.
It's true.
As you see, sir, that's merely the official account of the attack on your daughter. But there was a full moon that night. And your daughter told me that you actually knew a werewolf.
Yes, that's correct. It was an incredible experience. Something the mind refuses to accept. But it happened. My wife. She died 7 years ago.
My wife. My wife.
Waldemar Daninsky was in love
really
with the
nice
woman
painting.
who was later to become my wife. Yes, he was a normal man like you, or I. A man of good family, cultivated, intelligent, until God knows why, he was afflicted with this horrible curse. He was transformed into a werewolf on the nights of the full moon. It is unthinkable that such horrors should be repeated. Yes, I'll help you, all that I can.
What do you call that garment that she's wearing?
That's a good question. What is it? Vaguely reminds me of the love theme from Manos. Much more, just a little faster. Ugh. Oh my God. Those eyes. Jeez. I can't tell if they're green or blue. They're like turquoise. They're like teal eyes. Jeez.
He was able to hypnotize you.
Oh. Ew. Ew. Yeah, Alon, I was wondering if you would call that bossa nova or not. Glad to know that.
There's one danger we must guard against. We are occupying the bodies of Earth people, creatures of a planet much younger than ours. Their feelings and emotions are very strong. They're impulsive and unpredictable. We must be constantly on our guard. We must always maintain our own personalities. Our superior minds must at all times be in complete control.
It was just a moment of weakness.
In this world, wars have been lost and empires destroyed through moments of weakness. The mummy is our ideal. His heart is dried up. It
Doesn't feel, doesn't live, doesn't beat. He's a corpse who walks and obeys. Tomorrow I shall go to see the other ideal creature, the being created by FRANKENSTEIN. He too has no heart, no blood, no feeling. Only a brain that obeys. His power is electricity. But we shall make him even more powerful with our atomic sources of energy.
Oh, shoot.
Are we still talking about the mummy?
No, they're talking about Frankenstein's monster.
Oh,
They're going to atomic him up.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Atomic Frankenstein.
Atomic Frankenstein.
Which, the Boris Karloff film, Frankenstein 1970, is kind of... He gets like a nuclear reactor or some kind of like piece to help him create life.
I was thinking Bride of the Monster.
Yep,
Not
that's
exactly
true.
a Frankenstein.
Not quite, but
An atomic monster.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that was the original title. This vampire. I love the makeup. Do you need that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you wanted one?
Jeez, what a... Take the hint.
Guys, I'm terrified. I can't handle this. This movie is too scary.
I do really like this ghoulish makeup. And the Halloween store teeth.
Yeah, it's a very slack-jawed looking vampire.
So I'm not sure which actress this is. This is Patty Shepard or Karen Dorr. If it's Patty Shepard, she's actually married to the actor playing the vampire. So, if so... Oh, geez. All right. That's a big old yikes. Blocked.
Drac blocked.
Drac blocked. There's not going to be any sucking going on in here tonight.
Maleva.
Thank you, sir.
Maleva.
Maleva. No, that's Karen Dorr, who was a Bond girl.
Karen!
In You Only Live Twice. And Alfred Hitchcock's Topaz as well.
Well? I just got the lab report on the girl who was murdered near the nightclub. So? The strands of hair that we found under her fingernails weren't human.
A little more lime in that one.
They came from
It
some
smells
kind of
like
animal.
Fruity Pebbles.
I like
well, that
it.
about
Yeah,
good.
I like the lime.
We'll head
It
for Rostad
does.
immediately.
That's exact.
There's
Yes.
something there I've got to check. Ilsa will go with us. I don't want to leave her here alone.
She can stay at Superintendent Gluck's.
Good. She'll be safe there?
She will.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here he is, finally, what we've been waiting for.
Looks like you can cut through that makeup with a knife.
Just wait till you see like a, full I can't breathe. I can't open my eye. I can't see. I hate how, like, it's like this is supposed to be a scar, but it's clearly just the line of the headpiece. It drives me crazy because it just looks like the line of the headpiece. Like, either make it look like more of a scar or hide it. Cake on more makeup. You can't hypnotize me.
I can't open my eyes. My eyes are glued shut.
You gotta love the sideburns. Yeah, this is the post Igor brain transplant blind monster.
Merely a test. We shall soon find out if he obeys orders.
He looks so chill with his closed eyes. Hey man, what's up? Hey, what's going on? So like, what are you up to later?
Nice. Frankenstein beats the Wolfman again. Sorry, Faraxlin meets Del Hombre Loco.
We're gonna get a flood.
No!
As I said, that was merely a test. The result could have been better. Ilona, it will soon be the full moon. Give Waldemar his injection and make it a double dose.
Oh, yeah. Don't let him get out again.
I'm loving the bubbling
That was a cruel test.
glassware
Cruel?
apparatus they've got going on here.
In our dying world,
Serves no
one is
practical
Yeah,
scientific
I'm
purpose.
like
right?
looking at it. It
We're
does not really
struggling for survival.
connect it in a
Kill
way
or we
that
die.
seems like it would do
No other
anything.
choice. I'm afraid the system of reincarnating the beings of this planet will create problems. Make us susceptible to psychic changes.
Yeah, I want that red bubbling vodka. Ugh.
Gotta love all those cobwebs. That's pretty great.
Nice looking mausoleum.
Moonshine, the Wolfman's favorite drink. That's a good one.
Ah, nice.
Oh.
Good.
He hasn't said a word the whole movie.
I hadn't noticed that. That's wild.
Why?
Oh.
Are you helping me?
I really don't know. I think because I'm a woman.
But you're a slave of Varna.
I'm not anymore a slave.
Let's go now.
Don't be afraid. I'm not here to stop you. Go. Go on.
I'm in love with a vampire. all these women are just falling in love with the monsters. Which one's going to be paired with Faraxelin? Sorry, Faraxelin's monster.
Yes, sir? Vodka.
That's what we're drinking.
Vodka! Hey!
Shout out to vodka.
We're all... Vodka's on the mind for everybody tonight.
Just a straight shot of vodka. Why not? What?
What? Yes.
What the hell was in that vodka?
Give me another.
What was that about?
This
That was
vodka's giving
fucking
me
weird.
The other night, when I held you in my arms, I felt a strange sensation. Something indefinite, haunting.
I know what you mean. Well, as if we'd loved each other previously. It's like something half forgotten. Like a faraway memory. Returning again, isn't it?
Perhaps it's the passion, the weakness Dr. Varnoff warned us about.
All right. Uh-oh, of course, he's watching everything. This voyeur. This peeping Tom. Oh, shit. Where's the child?
Oh, man.
Shit. You're not getting out of this, bro. You're not escaping the cold grip of Faraxelin's monster.
Just gonna leave.
Classic Frankenstein's
bursts
monster.
in, strangles the guy to death, and then just leaves.
Business as usual. I mean, that was pretty great, the way the door just burst open. Like, he didn't even open it himself. The door just burst open.
I am loving all of this glassware.
All the different colors.
It's so
and shades
colorful.
and, yeah. What is going on with this dude? This is fucking trippy.
Hello? What? Where? Now? Stay there. I'll be right over. Now look, Ilse. Why aren't you at Gluck's house?
I'm tired of being locked up like a prisoner. What's going on? My father won't tell me anything.
Your father has a very good reason. We don't want you staying here alone.
I'm not alone now, am I? Why do you think I called you?
You little minx.
More bossa nova.
I thought we were going into a break there for a second.
This is not intended as a punishment.
You'll see why
Though
we're
you
not.
might well deserve one. You allowed Ilona and Waldemar to escape. We'll never accomplish our mission if you act irrationally, if you let yourself be dominated by emotion. Do you understand why I must do this to you?
Yes. I'm a woman with a woman's intuition. You will have to do it for the same reason you killed Kyrian. You were jealous of him. That's why you want me to forget him. You yourself have become contaminated. You also love. Can you forget?
You'd better get dressed. Superintendent Gluck. Oh, Superintendent? No. She's all right. She's at her own house. How do I know? Well, you'd better get up and get dressed. No. She's all right, Chief. Get dressed. I'll assume full responsibility. Get dressed. No, Chief. No. I haven't been drinking. No, sir. One other thing. I found out last night that some strange foreigner bought the monastery. Yes, sir, that's right. Dr. Varnov. I think we ought to check it out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Ilse, will you please get dressed?
Don't you like me without freckles?
With or without freckles, you're going back to Gluck's place right now.
And that is gonna take us to our second break. Well, we are 2/3 of the way through assignment terror. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
Okay, so earlier when I said, when are we gonna get a Frankenstein story that's more like Bridgerton? I was just kidding. We've gone
interrupting this romantic rendezvous.
Yeah, we've taken a hard turn right into this is a romance story.
Yeah, isn't it funny how like the aliens came in, they're like, oh, we don't feel human feelings, and now we're at the point they all are like getting pissed off because of their feelings, and they're I mean, it's so funny, like, and it's just, I mean, it was, the second part was a little slower, but I think still it was pretty
I like
fun,
seeing
pretty
the monsters.
active.
We got some more monster action.
We got some more monster action. We got the Mummy and Faraxelin's monster in the mix.
Yeah.
We didn't have any
we had a
werewolfery.
cold, emotionless murder.
Yeah.
At the hand of Faraxelin's monster.
Faraxelin's monster, the body count.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, seriously.
He didn't even try to say anything.
No, he didn't. It was pretty quiet death, pretty silent. And then of course, his partner's right in the bed beside him, so take for that what you will. But yeah, I mean, it's funny that, I mean, this is again, we've had a little bit of monster action. They're clearly taking on the Frankenstein story. I mean, like, it was in that bit that they kind of gave a little rundown of, Dr. Faraxelin, his fate, and he created this creature, and they kind of aped from, we know what they're talking about. When they say Faraxelin, we know what it is, right? It's not fooling anybody. And again, I think some films from this time, most films from this time, like, freely used the name. They weren't afraid to use it, but here, I guess because of the way it looks, they were like, well, let's change the name. Maybe the look will be, but other people didn't care about that. But again, it was definitely like overseas where you saw a lot of like other countries making horror films where these like versions of the Frankenstein story adaptations were like really just doing something different. Like even in 1966, you had Frankenstein Kaiju out of Japan with Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Okay.
And they did a sequel to that, which was in the U.S. It was called War of the Gargantuas, but it was, Frankenstein's monster, like a giant kaiju version of Frankenstein's monster. So you had stuff like that. You had, again, movies like tonight's film, Lady Frankenstein. You had a pretty rich, like kind of variations on the story from like different angles, all different angles, on top of the more traditional like Hammer stuff, which even Hammer did some crazy things. But I mean, and we've seen, out of the US, Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter, that was 66. There was a movie called Dr. Frankenstein on Campus, which yeah, that's it was like contemporary to the time, but it was like still like they're talking about Dr. Frankenstein if he's a real person.
Professor Frankenstein.
So that's pretty ridiculous.
Go to those office hours.
Right, yeah. I want to sign up for whatever courses he's teaching. They also did Blackenstein, that was 1973, so you even had a blaxploitation variation on the story. So you had that in the US, and of course Italy, they did a film. There's this weird trend in Frankenstein movies of having like releasing a Frankenstein movie that's got a year in the title, 10 year, like a decade before the year that's in the title. So like there's that Boris Karloff movie, Frankenstein 1970, which was released in like 1958.
Yeah.
And
then
there's
like making Frankenstein 2035.
in Italy, there's a film released in 1972 called Frankenstein 80.
Is the point to just make it like a future sci-fi kind of thing, or like,
but not really much of the future? Like there was a movie made in 1990 called Frankenstein 2000, right? Like it's just always kind of something that keeps popping up. You know, again, these weird trends of Frankenstein movies.
How do you think a Frankenstein 2035 movie would go?
I mean, at that point, I'm afraid it turns into an robot AI cyborg.
I was just thinking like the Jetsons.
Yeah, I mean, but
everybody's got those weird collars.
Yeah, I mean, it could be fun, but I don't know. But you also, of course, you had Flesh for Frankenstein, a.k.a. Andy Warhol's Frankenstein. That's the American title, Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, released in other territories as Flesh for Frankenstein. And it was kind of a parody, but kind of an adaptation of the story, but with more sex and violence. And Andy Warhol was just kind of like an executive producer. He didn't actually like direct or write or anything like that. But you had a lot of just different variations on the story from, again, we were talking about the Franken wave, Franken cycle, whatever you want to call it, from the late 50s to, again, up to 1974. And then, to me, this is just my own personal observation, you have this 1-2 punch that kind of kills Gothic horror and kind of keeps Frankenstein adaptations few and far between for the next decade at least. And the first one is, of course, Young Frankenstein from 1974. And that's the first trailer we're going to see during the break. And right, I mean, that level of parody, as great as it is, as solid as it is, it's kind of hard to make a Frankenstein movie. Like,
no one wants to follow up Young Frankenstein.
No, not many people do, right? So you had that. You still had other Frankenstein things coming out in 74. Then in 75, you have the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Which, again, not straight up Frankenstein, but again, Dr. Frankenfurter creating this creature.
Yeah,
it's all very it's all very inspired.
Yeah.
Right? 100%. Which, again, celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. So, happy anniversary, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Love it. Big fans over here. So it's a parody, right? Like, you would definitely call it a kind of a parody of the Frankenstein
of the whole
tropes,
genre,
the whole
really.
genre. So between those two things, it just was kind of fell out of vogue. The last Hammer Frankenstein movie was in 1973, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, which is a pretty good movie. Peter Cushing, again, playing the doctor, but the writing was on the wall. Gothic horror kind of got displaced because you had these parodies, and then you have movies like The Exorcist and The Omen, and you have these things that are more about, demonic possession and the devil. And then by 1978, you have Halloween. You have these movies about, killers. Slasher movies become a thing. Gothic horror just kind of fell by the wayside. So after 1975, for about, the next decade, it kind of fell out. But after the break, we'll talk about it. But we're going to see the trailers for Young Frankenstein and Rocky Horror Picture Show at the break. Again, I don't know that you can't blame just those movies. It's obviously the tides in horror were turning against Gothic, and I mean, Hammer went belly up in 76, 77, 78. So it was just different, man. It's kind of sad because you think about there were 20 years of these movies, just people going to the movies to watch Frankenstein do his thing. So and then Young Frankenstein, I love it, but it kind of, you know, twisted the knife a little bit and making fun of it as much as you could. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of the final nail in the coffin.
For sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So we're going to get these two trailers, and then when we come back, we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of Assignment Terror. So stick around. We'll be right back.
It's coming from the deep, dark recesses of the mind of Mel Brooks. I love him. Young Frankenstein.
This guy means business.
Young Frankenstein.
Oh dear, nothing left. What shall we throw in now?
Starring Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein. But what about your grandfather's work, sir?
My grandfather's work was doo-doo. Peter Boyle as the monster. Marty Feldman as Igor.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
I'm sure we'll get along splendidly. Oh, sorry.
Cloris Leachman as Frau Blucher.
You played that music in the middle of the night?
Yes!
To get us into the laboratory.
Yes!
And it was you who left my grandfather's book out for me to find.
Yes!
So that I would?
Yes!
Then you and Victor were...
Say it. He was my boyfriend!
Kerry Garr as Inga.
Would you like to have a roll in the hay? Roll in the hay.
Kenneth Mars as the inspector. And Madeline Kahn as Elizabeth.
Where am I?
Calm down.
What are you going to do to me?
I'm not afraid of you. Listen, I have to be back by 11:30. I'm expecting a very important call.
Kill the monster! Storm the castle! See Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
Yes, I think we could all use a good laugh.
But don't see it alone. Don't miss Young Frankenstein, personally directed by Mel Blazing Saddles Brooks, in black and white. No offense.
You've seen all kinds of movies, but you've never seen anything like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is wonderfully weird.
I'm your new commander. You now are my prisoner.
They're probably foreigners with ways different than our own.
It's fabulously freaky. It's a trip to transsexual Transylvania. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Transsexual Transylvania.
The story is strange.
But tonight is the night that my beautiful creature is destined to be born.
The songs are super.
Science fiction.
The scenery is smashing. The cast is completely crazy.
This isn't the Junior Chamber of Commerce, Brad.
There's a mad scientist named Frank N. Furter.
Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab.
And Rocky, his incredible creature.
from a bad crowd, but it was worse than I imagined.
A sinister servant named Riffraff.
Doing the time war!
And Brad and Janet.
My name's Brad Majors.
Just a couple of clean-cut kids.
This is my fiancée, Janet Weiss.
Touch me. I wanna be dirty.
Eddie. Magenta.
When shall we report to Pennsylvania, huh?
Columbia. Dr. Scott.
Great Scott!
So give yourself over to absolute pleasure. See the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Young Frankenstein and the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which again, both big fans over here.
It really makes me want to just go home and
just
watch
go
Rocky
watch
Horror
it, right? It's just so.
It's that time of year. It's
Right?
time for. I mean, yeah, I usually
It's that
rewatch it
time.
around spooky season.
This is the perfect time to watch it. Yeah, it's just it's so much fun. You know, you can't really argue with the and the performances are great. Yeah, it's just one of those.
The cast is crazy,
Cast-
etc. etc.
You know, again, you know, you put that, you put Phantom of the Paradise, like you just put all these things on a list. It's
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Phantom of the Paradise is now. I'm probably gonna rewatch that every.
put that
spooky
on.
season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
Isn't
on the
it?
list.
Again, the beauty of what we do here is we dig and we find things that you're like, oh my gosh, I've never like heard of this, and this is like,
how have I lived without this movie?
It's wild. You gotta love it. Yeah, I mean, so as fun as both of those movies are, it kind of, I think, a little bit took the wind out of like gothic horror. You know, you can't really take it
too
seriously after like that. And again, like just the way that horror movies, the genre was starting to trend. It was just going in a completely different direction than what had been popular over the past couple decades. But then in the 90s, you had, like mid 80s, you kind of had the tide start to turn, and you had The Bride, which was it's kind of, again, not exclusively focused on the monster, but it was a Frankenstein adaptation from Columbia. So the first like major like mainstream Frankenstein production in like 10 years. Like that was what it was kind of crazy. For about 10 years you had like a sprinkling of Frankenstein movies, but nothing compared to what you had in the 2 decades before that. And then what you have after is like from 1990 to now, it's just dozens, a dozen, 2 dozens of Frankenstein movies every year.
What was there a reason? Was there a something that changed, that kicked off? Are we in a new wave of Frankenstein, or is
I
it
think
just...
we will be with Guillermo del Toro's. There's a director who did a comedic play on Dracula recently, who's like Romanian, and it was played at festivals and was well received. So now he's doing a version on Frankenstein. So you're gonna see a lot of just plays on the story, I think, over the next year or two, just because of Guillermo del Toro's movie coming out.
Yeah, well, also, I mean, the movies are going to go into the original Universal movies are going to go into public domain.
Yep, we have a year and 4 months on Frankenstein and Dracula.
Yeah,
Dracula and Frankenstein. We'll be able to do the double feature. It'll be great.
Ooh, so there are right now 3 Dracula versus Frankenstein's, correct?
Yes.
How many are we gonna have after those enter the public domain?
So many, because again, you can use that imagery. Like that imagery is, it's elements from those movies are public domain.
Okay, well there we go.
A year and 4 months.
That sounds like pre-production to me.
Ew. That would be great. Yeah, and again, like I said, 85 you had The Bride. 86 you started to have these adaptations on the writing of the story. There's a movie called Gothic from 1986 from the director of The Devils. So it's this delirious portrait, drug-induced portrait.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Of Mary Shelley at the villa writing the story.
Mary Shelley just doing like line after line of cocaine, just like,
pretty much. Yeah.
Right.
And then there was another version like the year after that called.
Inexplicably has a typewriter.
Yeah.
Ding.
You gotta love Ken Russell. Yeah, I haven't seen it. It is on Tubi. Again, another thing on Tubi. So check out Gothic. But there's a movie called Haunted Summer that's based on the same story that came out the year after. Like there was again, you just started in the mid 80s. Things started to kind of pick up, and even Roger Corman, he had been on a hiatus from directing, and then in 1990, his return to directing, and the last film he directed was Frankenstein Unbound, which was his own kind of play on the Frankenstein story. Haven't seen that.
Frankenstein Unchained.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Frankenstein Retribution.
Yeah.
Frankenstein Revelations.
Ooh, you got a whole series going there. I love it. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's become such a pop cultural icon because it's public domain, because the source material is public domain, and even though people use Universal's copyrighted imagery, they don't seem to really exclusively license it too strictly. So you get all these things, so including tonight's film. With For Excellence Monster. Anything before we get into the exciting conclusion of Assignment Terror, Adam?
For Excellent. I hope this movie ends up at a burning windmill.
We could only be so fortunate, right?
Burning windmill, flooding castle, what else?
I mean, again, it's followed the Universal formula, so I'm sure it's going to be a fiery, explosive finale in some way. So.
It better.
Well,
we'll see. Let's find out.
On that note, without further ado, we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of Assignment Terror, aka Dracula versus Frankenstein, right now. So yeah, so they've ditched the lab.
I found out Sternberg's address. He's the district judge.
You've decided? You're partially arrested. You
I'd
know
pay to see that, Sears.
I know. I'm cursed. We've no future.
No. There's none. There's no future.
I can only find peace if a silver bullet
is fired by a woman who loves you enough to die with you.
This shirt is very Larry Tall, but this whole thing is very House of Frankenstein. I love it. It's great.
It's strange. Since I was a small child, I've always dreamed that
What is happening?
It's so jaunty.
I love it.
So did they really say that to kill a werewolf in this, it has to be silver bullet, but also shot by
someone he
a
loves.
woman he loves?
House of Frankenstein says that. Though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must
That
have missed
they
that.
changed the
Dr.
lore
Varnoff
that
is
way.
waiting
Yeah,
for
it
you.
kind of had been thrown in before at this point. Killed by someone he loves or someone who loves him.
Still only with silver.
Yeah, it's got to be a silver bullet.
We're about to receive a visit from one of your people.
One of my people.
In a sense. The system of incarnation is not perfect. There's a flaw somewhere. Something of the alien race remains. A certain sensitivity to physical contact. Perhaps an imperceptible reflex to tones of voice. To the expression of the eyes. Something I cannot quite define.
Do you think of me as an enemy?
No. You're an individual under my domination, which is quite different from being an enemy.
This way.
Oh, he's finally infiltrated the lab.
Point 287.
Shall I
Let's see
accelerate
what's
the
on
reaction?
the slab.
Yes, do that. Point 87. 2 cubic centimeters. Good afternoon, Inspector Toberman.
Good afternoon, Dr. Varnoff. I think we've met before.
Yes, at the Golden Egg. Forgive me if I don't receive you personally, but as you can see, I'm extremely
They
busy.
didn't really meet.
I suppose you're wondering why I've come here.
I know why, and your suspicions are well-founded. But you're still not quite certain. Am I mistaken?
No.
You seem confused, Inspector Toberman. Perhaps if you looked at the screen behind you, it would clarify matters. Would you believe me if I told you we've come from the planet Umo, some 14 light years distant?
I don't know, Alana. Probably.
It would be presumptuous of us to assume that the Earth is the only inhabited planet in the universe.
And what of the legends of monsters, vampires, werewolves? The Frankenstein monster. What's your opinion?
Frankenstein.
Many fantasies are being transformed into reality by modern science. Transplants of heart and kidney, the cornea, perhaps in the near future, even the brain. I have no doubt it'll soon be possible to create a Frankenstein monster.
Our race mastered these techniques centuries ago. That's our mission here, to study the manufacture of monsters who will destroy mankind without exposing ourselves to danger.
Supposing this to be true, why are you exposing yourself to me now?
Because I know the future, including yours. Are you curious to know what will happen tonight, Inspector Toberman? You recognize her?
Ilse. Varnoff,
Positive, Factor. And now the most interesting point. Observe. You're not the first individual who has meddled with my plans. These bones are all that remain of the other intruders. Observe the sleeping bats. They will awake, they'll fly around you, and when they sense you're defenseless, they will attack your eyes, till nothing remains but 2 bloody sockets.
Jesus.
Sheesh.
It's intense.
That's my trained attack bats.
Oh, hell yeah. I love how he just bursts through doors, dude.
Chill Frankenstein.
This is my favorite thing of all time.
Or excuse me, chill for X.
This movie doesn't stand a chance, dude.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yes.
I already have
Exactly that.
a Fraxon's monster. Too late.
Superintendent Gluck, we and all the people of this town are extremely concerned. Not one of these recent murder cases has been solved by your department. Furthermore, this Dr. Varnoff.
Mr. Mayor, one of my best men, Inspector Toberman, is in charge of these cases, and I'm just expecting a report from him.
Gentlemen, I have some information which until now I have concealed for personal reasons. And as you realize, I have more interest in this matter than any of you, since it is my daughter who has disappeared.
Judge
My dog
Sternberg,
is
we're doing
being a
everything in our
nuisance
power to find your
outside.
daughter,
I need to go grab her
assuming
real
that her
quick.
absence
I'll
isn't
be
of her
right
own volition. What is this information? Why haven't you divulged it?
Because nobody would believe me. Mr. Mayor, you recall Waldemar Daninsky? Well, he's still alive. I've seen him and talked to him. He has something to do with what is happening at the monastery. Mr. Gluck, we haven't time to waste on legal technicalities.
All right. We'll pay a visit to that monastery. And anybody who wants to come along will obey my orders. Is that clearly understood? Hurry. The full
You're an
moon
asshole,
is not going to wait.
Where's Ilsa?
I don't know. Maybe in the cellars.
Nice.
Ilsa! 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 Ilsa!
Ooh, nice.
Hop unlocks the coffin. What is he doing? Is there sunlight in there?
I guess so. A little bit of too much light peeking.
Ilsa!
He's gonna wake up all the monsters.
He's got to get some more atomic power. He's got to charge up. Yeah, I thought it sounded like a slide whistle too. Get the gun. She's dead. I'm turning. I'm wolfing out, man. He's just, I think with his face, like, and everything, he's just good at playing a werewolf character. He's like, he's able to get the ferociousness down, even when the makeup is kind of a little subpar. Take him.
Strangling in this film.
I guess it's just easier for these guys. I don't want to go through all the trouble of biting you, getting blood all over your suit. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. I like the look, for sure. Got him. Turn back into a skeleton. Does he have the eyeballs? No. Bummer. Where are these guys coming from? What are they gonna do? They're not stopping this mummy. Yeah, I hope not, seriously. You're losing control, bro. You don't have a handle on any of this. It's the fucking cops, bro.
All right, let's get out of here, man.
Are they going to arrest Dr. Varnoff?
No comment.
They don't. If they're trying to come for Varnoff, they have no clue the kind of ammunition he's got on deck. These fucking monsters.
Hilde!
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad mummy. It's better looking than the Hammer mummies because the Hammer mummies always just looked like a, minus Christopher Lee's, looked like a bad suit. Even Christopher Lee's didn't look great. Kind of like you could tell it was just a zip up. The bandage work is pretty solid here. No, I'm not a fire.
Never mind.
No. He doesn't like it. Hey,
watch
hey,
it, asshole. You're gonna catch these my bandages on fire.
He'll burn right up.
Cut it out.
Freaking me out. Just stop, please. Hell yeah. Fucking tear him to shreds, literally.
Impossible. No longer able to control them. Phalanxolin.
And?
Take a position surrounding the monastery. Dr. Varnoff, if you do not leave the monastery immediately, we shall enter by force if necessary.
Come out with your hand. Yeah, it certainly can hear you from inside this massive castle. Oh my god, what? He's just spinning, he's making him dizzy. Oh, what the fuck? This is a devious werewolf. This is the smartest werewolf I've ever seen. Struts away. Bring on for excellence.
9 billion.
Take it easy, William. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
Keep back there. Keep back.
Finally. At least I still control one monster.
Everything's riding on you.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Oh, classic. Remember how in other places it's called Dracula versus Frankenstein?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Oh, this is classic Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Oh my gosh. Hopping up on things. Oh my god, he's so green. Lab fight. Uh-oh. Oh no! Poor Fraxelin. He's fried. Oh shit, that looks wild. Shoot him now. Pull out your gun.
Watch the exit. Keep back there.
Yeah, no, you can't hear that fire or anything like that. Damn, sad. Didn't make it. Oh, Jack in the house. Welcome, Jack. Oh, are they gonna make? Are these aliens gonna make it out? Where's their ship? Actually, that was another thing that was in the script, and they ran out of budget. They were supposed to have flying saucers. So I could see them wanting to have like a ship coming in here or something.
Would they also have had the castle? Or?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure. They just probably would have had like flee to the spaceship, but there's no spaceship to flee to.
When those two clouds of gas meet, it is pointless to try to escape, Dr. Varnov. You must pay the price of failure. Have you anything useful to inform us? Yes. We won't be able to destroy them. The passion which we believed was their weakness is what makes them really strong.
What?
Stronger perhaps than their nuclear
What
weapons.
a lesson.
Can we eliminate these feelings? Possibly. But then would life be worth living? We must survive. We shall try other methods. Anything else? Yes, well, I'm entirely responsible for the failure. Can she be spared? You are forgetting that Dr. Campy has ceased to live on Earth.
What is she still smiling for? Oh shit! Incinerated. Blown to bits. Turned to dust. Oh shit! There it is. There's your explosion. And I guess there was technically a mill, but that mummy got burned in.
Yeah.
While there are men willing to sacrifice themselves for others, nothing will destroy us.
Fiend. That was Assignment Terror. What did we think, Evan?
It's pretty fun. It's nice having a nice monster mashup.
Yeah, we haven't really had that.
Yeah, we don't. It's not often that we get any of the classic monsters anyway.
Right.
So it's I really, really like the Frankenstein makeup. Like
it was just so
silly.
It's so bad. Like, I just can't get over that line. It's like, clearly that's the fake forehead. Like, it's like, even if you would have put like more staples on it, you would have made it a little thicker. Didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Just looked like a very thin line. So.
We had a nice ending there.
Yeah, nice explosive ending.
Yeah. It's what you could have hoped for.
Right.
You're not going to get like a flood or like an earthquake.
No,
at least
not
get some nice
quite.
explosions.
Yeah. It was a pretty good way to end it. You could definitely tell that the story was kind of hopping around, it kind of got a little thin there at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I still thought it was pretty like enjoyable overall. It wasn't like it wasn't anything like groundbreaking, but it was just an enjoyable monster mash. Sometimes that's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our season 15 premiere, and that's our celebration of Frankenstein Day Eve, as Sears pointed out. Yes, last.
It is now.
Right.
It's Frankenstein Day.
Oh, goodness gracious, you're 100%
Past
right,
midnight.
Evan. Yes, it's officially Frankenstein Day. So now, yes, the celebration is spot on. We made it. Yeah, it's Happy Frankenstein Day, Evan. Happy Frankenstein Day, everyone out
Happy
there.
Frankenstein Day, everybody.
We made it. So yeah, that's our that's how we're kicking off season 15. Pretty good Monster Mash to do that. And next week we are, tonight. Fuck that. Let's see. I think we're buffering. I think we're reconnected now. We should be good. But next week we are going to be watching. Again, we always do a silent film for the second movie of every season. Have you noticed that pattern?
Yeah.
Yep. Minus Summer of Schlock, which I
Right,
keep
yeah.
silent free because it's silent movies aren't really schlocky, most of them anyway. Yes, a French experimental film written by Louis Buñuel, who is a dog in it, and I think there's like, it's just a lot of I think there's like, it's just a lot of just real dream-like imagery. One of the things is like ants crawling out of a hand, right? And there's like a bit where like an eye gets sliced, or it looks like an eyeball gets sliced, because part of like surrealism at times about there's violence and there's, you know, so.
And you put your hand in, and it's a bunch of worms, but it's really just spaghetti.
Exactly. Just, yeah, it's a good one. I don't know why we're still disconnecting or reconnecting. I'm sorry for that. I hope that.
Who's you?
Yep, she sent me who was in the chat. Let me see if I. Yep, she sent me who was in the chat. Let me see if I missed anybody. Bee's Nest, of course, was in here. Tina, Sally, Joe, of course, Thomas. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Nice fan. Thank you, Alana. Yeah, I can only scroll so far through the chat that I have and see who was actually here. So I believe that covers everybody. And I see Alana, she just made a Rocky Horror themed shirt. I don't know if anybody can
I was
see
wondering
that.
what y'all were talking about in the chat. That looks cool.
We'll focus. You can really see it, but
yeah, check that out.
Yeah, it's got Frankenfurter and Riff Raff, and you gotta check it out. Go to the spectralseamstress.com. I think maybe if you look up Spectral Seamstress, you'll find Alana. She makes all kinds of cool horror themed shirts and accessories, and it's a lot of fun stuff over there. And I mean, yeah, Rocky Horror 50, my goodness. Celebrate that. We'll definitely be celebrating that. A lot of fun stuff to come this spooky season 15, but really appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Again, we'll have a Frankenstein themed shocker tomorrow night, so hang out here for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll I totally forgot about this. Final thing, big announcement. We're going to be getting our mini-sodes started back up.
That's right.
But with a twist. So it's going to be a great, fun, interactive way to involve all of you. We're going to be adding a trivia element to our Wednesday night mini-sodes. So, of course,
Wednesday nights are trivia nights now.
They're now trivia nights. And specifically, it is a little segment that we're going to call
Trivia of Terror.
I don't have a graphic made up yet, but I will. But we're going to start that. And this little idea comes courtesy of our very own Alana.
Thank you again.
Yeah, seriously, big time. Introduced this concept for our mini-sodes. So we're going to be watching a serial. We're entitled Mystery of the Riverboat. I'll go and give you the title. And each week we'll have some trivia questions, and you can play along. And what we'll do is we'll keep track every week of, if you play every week, of your point total. And then at the end of the serial, whoever is the winner will get to decide what serial, or if you want to watch one of the TV shows that we've got episodes of, or something you want to watch next season for the minisodes, you get to decide if you win trivia overall for the season. So
kind of like Wheel of Movies.
Kind of, yep. It's a competitive thing. It's way, again, we'll have it. You know, you don't have to be. It's no kind of like camera or voice, any kind of participation. You just got to answer the questions, and we'll keep track of the points, and you'll decide. So, should be a fun way to bring everybody into the minisodes and keep it fun week to week. So, join in. We'll start that next Wednesday. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming up this season. Very excited for what season 15, spooky season 15, has to offer. anything else before we sign off tonight, Evan?
Happy labor, everybody.
Happy labor, and until next week, sweet screams, everybody.
To all a good fright.